separate prison, Port Arthur, Australia. Until the late 1800s, the separate prison in Tasmania's secluded Port Arthur housed from some of Britain's toughest criminals. Taking inspiration from the works of British writer Jeremy Bentham, this panopticon-style prison block thrived on completely isolating prisoners to a torturous degree. The separate prison operated a silent system, where prisoners were hooded, placed in solitary confinement, and forbidden to speak to anyone. So you shut the fuck up and you shut the fuck up. Conditions were so unbearable that countless inmates would murder their fellow prisoners. How the fuck they did this, with hoods on and not being able to talk, nobody fucking knows. They'd rather face the death penalty than spend another minute there. Ghost-wise, hundreds of hooded inmates are said to wander the halls at night. A handful of 1,000 people buried in the unmarked burial ground. Interesting. Port Arthur is now a historic site museum open to the public. There are chilling nightly ghost tours if you're feeling brave enough. So you can go there and see these hooded ghost goody guys with hoods over them. While they all run into walls and shit because they can't see where they are going. La Recoletta Cemetery in Buenos Aires. Located in the Recoletta neighborhood of Buenos Aires, the Cementerio de la Recoleta is regarded as one of the most beautiful cemeteries in the world. First built in 1822, it is full of ornately designed tombs, elaborate sculptures and mature shady trees. Buenos Aires' best and brightest are buried here, including actress Eva Perón, the former First Lady of Argentina. There are reportedly multiple spirits wandering the grid-like aisles of Recoleta. One of the most famous stories is Rufina Cambaceres, I wish I could speak this language, a wealthy 19-year-old woman, the daughter of a beloved Argentine author. Urban legend states that heavy rain postponed her burial. When the groundskeeper returned to the tomb to lay her to rest, once the weather cleared, he found Rufina's coffin lid ajar, open, with scratch marks on the inside. She must have broken a nail. The legend goes that she had been buried alive and woke in her coffin after suffering a case of catalepsy. If you hear a jangling noise in the breeze, there may be the ghostly keys of David Alino, a gravedigger who worked at the cemetery for 30 years. He killed himself at the cemetery allegedly after his tomb was completed and was buried on site. How convenient. Currently, while still a functioning graveyard, Cementerio de la Recoleta remains a popular destination for locals and tourists alike. Pick up a map at the entrance to help you negotiate your way around 6,400 graves. Sounds like fun. And here we have Jazirat Al Hamra, United Arab Emirates. Once a flourishing pearl fishing village, Jazirat Al Hamra near Ras Al Khaimah was completely abandoned in the 1960s. Some say it was because of tribal conflicts, which is the way we'd all look at it. And then there's the way that the paranormal would look at it, and others say they blame the changing tides. The most popular theory is that the residents were driven away by ghosts. Anyway, a local legend has it that the ruins are haunted by malicious jinns. For those that don't know what a jinn is, we'll go into that video on another day. But they are the Muslim side of demons. who wander the dirt roads of the town disguised as animals. Jinns have a way of changing between animals and humans into whatever they want to change into. Visitors regularly hear strange noises and spot apparitions amongst the mud coral houses. The ruins are regularly used as a film set by Hollywood directors such as Michael Bay. Each year, residents of nearby towns and cities gather to have a party in the town. Okay, so there's jinns there, there's ghosts there, and everybody moved out of the place. But let's all get together and have a party there. Sounds like such a joy. Moving on. The Langham Hotel, London, England. The 150-year-old hotel has long been a staple of high life in London. Literally legends Oscar Wilde and Mark Twain stayed here. And the luxury accommodation provides a setting for a famous Sherlock story, A Scandal in Belgravia, by Arthur Conan Doyle. Ghost-wise, as befits one of London's finest 5-star hotels, the ghosts that haunt the corridors here are cut above 2. Reports have suggested that there are at least 5 ghosts in the 500-room establishment, with room number 333 rumoured to be the most haunted of all. For those Christians out there, 333, mocking of the Holy Trinity. There we go. Given the size of the hotel and its lengthy history, you could potentially run into a number of spirits. However, your haunting encounter could potentially be with one of Langham's most esteemed ghostly guests, such as Napoleon III. He's a little short, don't you think? The first president of France, or German nobleman who was said to kill himself in the hotel. Rebranded as the Langham Hilton in 1991 after a £100 million refurbishment, the hotel remains one of London's most iconic hotels. Teatro Tapia, San Juan, Puerto Rico. First built in 1824, the Italian-style horseshoe-shaped opera house in San Juan, Puerto Rico, has been the center of the city's cultural life for over 100 years. Don't let its supernatural connection put you off. It's worth the visit for its unique design alone. Just the design, just go check it out. The stalls here are said to be haunted by the spirit of an actress who fell to her death during a performance. She returned to haunt the venue from beyond the grave and can still be heard at times singing from the stage. Wow. There have been reports of doors slamming shut backstage, lights going on and off, etc. And a lot of the actors and performers that currently work there do not like being there at night or being alone. Teatro Tapia, in addition to its fame as one of Puerto Rico's most haunted sites, hosts a full calendar of more earthly events, including frequent ballet and opera performances that will knock your socks off. Thank you for tuning in to another one of our top 5 most haunted. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and just do it. See you all soon. ParaX out.